Jordyn Zimmerman will tell you herself. She's not one to talk, but she sure has a lot to say. What do you want the world to know about Jordyn Zimmerman?
I'm a pretty ordinary person, but I have huge aspirations and dreams for our world.
Zimmerman, now 29, was diagnosed with non-speaking autism as a child, communicating instead through body language and pictures. It wasn't until the age of 18, when she got hold of a communication app on an iPad, that the world got to meet the insightful and verbose girl that had always been living within.
Hey special family, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, hi, I'm AutismMom, and on this channel we talk about autism and everything in between. Today's story is about Jordyn Zimmerman. Love her. We're looking at this fair use reaction video. Let's go.
Her name is Jordyn Zimmerman. She is one of the more than 5 million Americans with autism. Now, she may be non-speaking, but she is still using her voice big time to advocate for others. Jamie Wax sat down with Zimmerman for her first broadcast TV interview. We should point out that we've edited some of her response times.
Jordyn Zimmerman will tell you herself. She's not one to talk, but she sure has a lot to say. What do you want the world to know about Jordyn Zimmerman?
I'm a pretty ordinary person, but I have huge aspirations and dreams for our world.
Zimmerman, now 29, was diagnosed with non-speaking autism as a child, communicating instead through body language and pictures. It wasn't until the age of 18, when she got hold of a communication app on an iPad, that the world got to meet the insightful and verbose girl that had always been living within. Tell me about that moment when you felt that you had a legitimate voice for the first time.
It was joyful for me, incredible even, and also deeply confusing for my family. They had been told for 18, almost 19 years, by so many professionals, about who I was, what I could do, how I would not be able to feel deeply with others or empathize. And here I was, sharing and debunking everything that was made to be true for so long, but was wildly inaccurate.
So at 18, this technology literally gave a voice to the thoughts you had inside of you. What did that do for you personally?
iPad gave me so much confidence to really connect with people. My brother and I have this amazing, ever-growing relationship, which now started 10 years ago. We didn't have the chance of knowing each other before that time. Zimmerman's voice, that went unheard for so long, has now made its way to some of the biggest platforms. She serves on the President's Committee for People with Intellectual Disabilities and gives presentations at schools across the country, on a mission to get better resources and educational opportunities for students with disabilities. What would you like to see different in the way that we approach education in this country? When students are non-speaking, or cannot rely on speech to be understood, our school systems frequently segregate them. And once a student is segregated, it's hard to shake things up. We have to rewrite those rules.
It's so interesting that you use the term segregation, which is a weighted word that I think people relate to, especially when it comes to education.
I don't use flowery words.
No, you're a very direct communicator.
Do you feel like you're ready for tomorrow?
Using her words, as direct as they can sometimes be, caught the attention of Sarah Herlinger, the head of global accessibility at Apple. The company selected Zimmerman as a distinguished educator. What does it mean for you when you see Jordyn express herself as a human being personally on your devices?
It just makes me happy. I mean, Jordyn has one of the best sense of humor, and to watch her facial expression as she has that thing that she wants to express, and then she types it out and just gets that kind of wry smile on her face. And I love the fact that our technology is really just helping her show the world exactly who she is.
I can access live speech through assistive touch. Should I show you?
Sure. Zimmerman offered me a tutorial of Apple's live speech feature that she uses.
No matter where I am on iPad or what app is open, I can double tap that assistive touch button, which allows me to open the live speech accessibility feature.
It's amazing. It's opened up the whole world to you. So we left with some new tech skills and a lesson on resilience, too. My 8-year-old child, who is on the autism spectrum, is she growing up in a more understanding world than an 8-year-old you grew up in, Jordyn.
It's my hope. It's why I'm engaged in this work, so all kids can thrive, be understood, and have the tools they need to succeed in the world, whatever they decide to do. Every time I present and share my story, I impact one person. I feel good and am proud about changing the narrative in that way. I know I can't change the world alone, but I can certainly create ripples to facilitate meaningful improvements and help show that we all have valuable contributions to make.
Isn't Jordyn amazing? Bringing awareness, showing that even though she's nonverbal or can't speak, that doesn't mean that she doesn't have anything to say. And with the help of an AAC device or technology that makes your voice sound like a real person, she is able to not only tell you what she's thinking, tell you how she feels, and express herself. And she wants to make that available for all the non-speaking kids or kids who don't speak. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you know that you can apply for an AAC device for your child 2 places. In school, if they have an IEP, the school can order one that stays in school. Ramsey has one for in school, and he has 2 at home. I use the iPad for one and a AAC device as a backup. How did he get it? If you have a good speech therapist or a good speech therapy company, and you have Medicaid, SSI Medicaid preferably, they will pay for it. Now, the procedure does take a while, but when I say a while, I mean like 2 months. Yeah, about 2 months. So you go through a lengthy interview, and once the child got approved and they try out a couple of the devices, see which one fits with your child. And once your child gets approved, they send the request form to Medicaid, and Medicaid will then approve it and get the company to mail you out one. A company will then contact you that they received an order from Medicaid, it was approved, and this is the device they're sending you that was recommended by the speech therapy company, and it will be sent to you in the mail. And if anything happens to it while you have it, you can call that company. They do repairs. It's under warranty and everything. So check that out with your speech therapist and your insurance company. First commenter says, as a speech therapist, I love that you're speaking on this, and I'm so sorry it took so long for you to get your AAC. Keep spreading your story and advocating for AAC. I agree. Next commenter, knowing my son has words but can't communicate them destroys me. We work effortlessly finding his way. The avenue, I'm bawling. I want to know my baby. Next commenter, I'm crying. My 9-year-old daughter is severely autistic and completely nonverbal. She's not potty trained, and all the doctors say she won't get better. This gives me so much hope. Thank God. Honey, mine's nonverbal. He's not potty trained yet, partially when he feels like it. And he can have an argument with you on the AAC device. So don't let that stop you. There is hope. Next commenter, crying at work because no one should go 18 years without a voice. Thank you for accommodating this interview and asking such validating questions. Yes, I agree. Next commenter, this is so encouraging for parents and children who have autism. It shows how amazing those who are on the spectrum are. She's truly brilliant. I agree. Next, we're listening, Jordyn. Glad your voice is powerful and heard for you and so many. My son has an AAC device as well to speak. Next, my 13-year-old son is nonverbal as well. He just got his first assistive talker. It renews my hopes and dreams for a relationship and what he will do with his life. I love these comments. I'm a speech therapist and work with preschoolers with ASD. I got most of my students AAC devices, and this makes me so happy to see because it's like a glimpse into their future. Next, seeing that all students belong brought me to tears. Oh, I love these comments. I was able to meet Jordyn, and she was able to meet my student who recently got an AAC device. That's amazing. Next commenter, thank you on behalf of my 2 autistic kids, Jordyn. You are truly changing the world. They are growing up and you should be so proud of yourself. Let me know in the comment section below if your child uses an AAC device, how it has helped you since using the AAC device, and if you think all kids that are nonverbal should have an AAC device. Let me know in the comment section below. Catch you in the next one. Bye.